for a long time. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening to you, neighbor. What are you doing? Long time.
Well, yes. Well, that's not my fault. I don't.
No, no. Now listen sometime, but I'm busy with some new projects at work. So when I get in, I have to make sure I get to bed, take it up early the following morning to get to work.
Yes.
But there's something I want to ask you, neighbor. Right? You are alert, man, and I'm a technical person, so I'm not that. You know what I mean? Do you think that even though we are in the heights of the political season, if we are supporting our party, we can do it and we can be truthful? Do you think there's a place for that?
Well, that requires leadership.
Yes, it requires leadership.
And we don't have that, sir. Well, we are not seeing that across the political divide.
Well, I'm not talking per se in the leadership. You have to get it from the top as well, But what I'm gathering amongst the People's National Party supporters, I don't think that they're doing themselves justice to behave in the manner in which I'm seeing they're behaving. Because I don't go on lives that regularly. You're the only live that I try to come on sometime. But I was forced to go on a live today because I was listening to the conversation and I was particularly perturbed. I don't want to call the person's name because it's your program, but the person was telling another person that in 2016, they were having a debate about the rural bus system for our schoolers, right? And the person was telling another person, obviously the person is a Jamaican, but to me, what I'm picking up, that person is not familiar or in touch with what is going on in Jamaica over the years. And yes. He was telling the person that it was the Labour Party who disbanded the rural bus system in 2016 when they take power.
Huh.
He was asked.
Was there a bus system, a rural system?
No, there was no such thing. There was no such thing as a rural bus system in 2016 for the Labour Party to disband. Okay, but the person who he was speaking to, he make a reference to it, and he paint a picture as if to say that he was asking saying to the person that, because the person was lauding the rural bus system that is now being introduced, and he was saying to the person that would he give the government credit if he know that it was the same Labour Party who disbanded the program in 2016, only now to come in 2025 to reintroduce it. So why would he give the government credit?
Let us establish the hypothesis, Carl. Was there a bus service in 2016, a rural school bus service? Was there one?
No, there wasn't. There wasn't. And
there was none.
None. And neighbor, I went into the program and
was there any semblance of a bus service for rural schools? I don't know of it.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't any. And that's why I was forced.
Then how does it even emerge in a conversation that there was?
That's the whole point, because he was speaking to this person and this person was out of touch with what was going on in Jamaica over a sustained period, and the person was justifying the reason why the Labour Party might have abandoned the program. And I had what's to get on. I said, no. I had what's to get on, and I probably behave in a irate manner, but I couldn't hold back myself. I couldn't contain myself. And when I begin to tell him the genesis of the program, the person quoted or showed me something on the screen, right? But I couldn't pick up the source of what the person was showing. And I told the person was to read what he was showing, and they didn't want to read it. And this neighbor, I used to live in Christiana, right? At a place called Succeed, just outside of Christiana. You have Succeed, and then you have Bryce Hill, and then you have Colleyville. Okay? And I was saying to him that it was that rural bus system originated with Mike Henry. And let me give you a small, not going to be long, let me give you a small synopsis of what took place. In April 2011, right, I was going to work one morning, right, about 9 o'clock. And I see a lot of people, because I was living on the main road in Succeed going towards Colleyville. Now, if you know Colleyville, going up towards Colleyville, there's Bryce Hill, right? The road was going to come from Christiana all the way to Colleyville, but when it reached Bryce Hill, I think there was some geotechnical problems there. There was some soil problems there. So the the road could not be placed over that subgrade. So what they did, they cut a little bypass road around that section to meet up back on the street. So you're going towards Colleyville, you have to take that little bypass there, go around, and then come back on the street and then head towards Colleyville. At a place, I think Dobson. You reach Dobson before you reach Colleyville. So that corner, especially when you're coming from Colleyville, if you do not know how to navigate that corner, you can find yourself in a very serious accident. And one morning, about 9 o'clock, I was going to work. I was the project manager for some roads in Clarendon, a place called Brandon Hill and Indian Town. And I heard that commotion and people were just flying past and taxi. My wife went and got up there. And when I came back from work the evening, they said there was a tragic accident with some almost student there. There were 4 young girls that died in that accident. And when the girl paced onto one of the column, the bus was coming from Colleyville area, coming around the corner, jet speed, and crashed into a column. Now, when Alisha toured the accident scene, I was told, he asked Mike Henry, who was transportation minister at the time, that they need to, the government at the time, need to implement a rural school bus program for all schools, not just Homo Technical. And I think Mike Henry went and procured 230 buses in 2011.
And Omar Davis cancelled it, sir.
Okay, I'm going to the article now on the Gleaner.
Yes.
I found the article on the Gleaner, and I was even reading it today that it was Omar Davis who cancelled. So
absolutely.
This is a Gleaner article, and I hope the guy is listening. Written February 14, 2013. It said Transport Minister slams brakes on a rural bus project.
Yes, sir. Let me just read
the article for your audience, right? It said the Minister of Transport and Works and Housing, Dr. Omar Davis, has applied the brakes to plan to act by his predecessor, Mike Henry, to have the cash-strapped Jamaica Urban Transit Company operate a rural school bus program. Addressing Parliament on Tuesday, Davis was adamant that the JUTC was not in a position to embark on such a project.
Yes, sir. I know that story quite well.
All right. So the listeners they can Google it. It's misguided. The title says "Misguided, Unsustainable Transport Minister slams brake on rural bus project." Right.
Yes.
And the reason, and when he canceled the bus project in 2013, there was another school bus crash in Christiana. I don't remember if it was on the Fine Grass main road, but there was another tragic accident that involved some almost students. And when Omar Davis at the time, again in 2013, remember he canceled the program in 2013, but in 2014 now, this another accident occurred. When both him, Omar Davis, and Alisha, right, toured the Spalding's hospital to view the accident victims. Omar Davis committed that he's going to reintroduce the program, and it never did. It never did. So this argument about the Labour Party scrapped the rural bus system in 2016 is a lie. And I'm a type of person, neighbors, you know already. I always say we all cannot support the same party. But just be truthful, no man. Don't spread mislie that way. It
Yes.
is irritating.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you have done a very good job here, Carl, of correcting that, because that is my information. I know of that cancellation of the, well, you know, Davies at the time argued that the JUTC was losing too much money.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And I was beginning to
So
educate
the
the young man, and they muted me.
The Bruce Golding government was going to implement a rural school bus service.
Yes. And it was
And the-
Omar David who cancelled it. And the hurtfulest thing about it, what that got me so irate, I was trying to correct the situation to inform the young man, and they muted me. It was on a PNP live.
Well,
Because I have to pass through. I can't just only listen to people who agree with me in a neighbor. I have to listen to people who doesn't necessarily agree with my, you know what I mean? Because
Yes.
all views must contend, you know what I mean? So I can't just only listen, because if I listen to people who I agree with, I'm not going to learn anything.
That
I'm
is
a
true.
person like this. I like to teach. I like to impart knowledge. And we must that individual know himself. And I know he probably is listening, because your program, as you know, I've overtaken most of the program. They must stop it, man. Don't do that.
That's it.
It's not right. I don't like it. Just speak the truth. Because he showed me a document, and when I said to him, read the document, he doesn't want to read it because he knows that the source is not good. And the reason why he doesn't want to read, my understanding, is that the document is not visible for all his viewers to read. So probably the document was just saying something totally different from what he was saying. I didn't want to read it. But I just want to point that out. Support your party. This is the thing with the People's National Party, you know. They will call black white and white black, and they don't care. They don't care. And you can't win, and that is why I think they're going to lose. I don't normally give seat counts, but I think the Labour Party is going to win this election convincingly.
You think so?
Based on what I'm seeing, yes, they're going to win convincingly. I just sense it. I sense it.
Well, that is interesting. You don't think that the PNP is going to be doing well, sir?
No, I don't see. All right. I don't see the PNP winning the election. Even come close to it.
Even if they don't win, you don't see them doing reasonably well.
You know why? You know why I don't think that they are going to even come close? When you look on the platform, the things that they're saying, okay? If you listen to Mr. Crawford last week, when the Prime Minister went out in Afri 3 and his other, stalwarts in the party was giving out pamphlets, the opposition spokesperson on education was saying that he was going to Afri 3 to wipe windscreen. And I hear your comment, Anita, you were quite bitter with him, and I agree with you 100%.
Yes.
And it's like he's mocking those youngsters. He was supposed to go out there encouraging those youngsters to get into heart, to get a skill or something.
As a matter of fact, sir, I will tell my listeners that I have a program that I should be starting this September. I will talk to my listeners on that for their support. That some of those very street boys, I should be getting a couple of them. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and when I look, even with this meeting, right, I was amongst the first to comment that I don't like the proximity where these two meetings are being scheduled. And
Yes.
I hear the opposition leader, and I hear on it, neighbor, that, if you think we are mature. But honestly, I think the two meetings could have kept, and I probably been 80% sure that nothing was going to happen. But you can't leave nothing to chance, because all it takes is just one individual to behave a certain type of way, and it can cause a big uproar. One or two individuals.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it can cause a big uproar. So I hear the opposition leader this evening, right, was saying that he's portraying himself as if he's the bigger person, the more upright person, by canceling his meeting and allowing the Labour Party meeting to continue. And he was given reasons for that. Now that he doesn't want, any violence. Yes, I don't think he wanted the violence, but coming from him, it's like you swallow a bitter pill, because he's the same person that was trumpeting that, he's going to take it to the Labour Party. They're not going to give up government so easy, and we have to take it to them. So, and his rhetoric on the campaign trail doesn't suggest to me that he's any reasonable, rational person. You know what I mean? I know he can't come out outright and, speak a certain type of way, but his action says a lot. Is what I'm saying? Yes, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Carl.
Yeah.
It was nice hearing from you.
Yes. All right, you can continue. I'm going to listen. I just want to point out that, and I'm waiting to see that person come back on live, and I'm going to calmly put the facts to him, and let him, just because, even though we support different parties, we are still Jamaicans, we are still one people. We don't want to get it across that, we are, at each other's throat over politics. It's not right. But don't spread lies for lies' sake. It is very distasteful. All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Good.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Let's go to Violet. Are you there, Violet? Is Violet there with me? This beautiful. Oh, she's not. User. You're there, sir? Hello? Not there. Is let's guys, I'm clearing the box coming up to you. Cassandra, good night. Cassandra, are you there? Hello? No, she's not here either. All right, so these people are sending requests, but they don't know that they are in the box. Frano, born to make you happy. Britney Spears. Frano, come on.
Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
I just called to let you know that I'm enjoying your program, man.
Are you really?
Yes, sir.
Where you calling from?
Jamaica here, man. Mandeville.
Yeah, fantastic. And what about the program you enjoy?
Just the way how you go about it,
And
fantastic. I learned something from you today that was so profound, man.
What was that?
When you talk about the Prime Minister, people call him my Prime Minister.
Yes, that's not today.
And that, be honest with you, I never observed that, but you are so right.
Yes, sir.
Because yesterday I was listening to a program on another radio station.
Uh-huh.
And a PMP activist called the program and said, I am disappointed with my Prime Minister.
Well, look at that. Uh-huh.
So you were so right, man. That's what people call Mr. Holness.
Yes, he's not the Prime Minister, sir. He's personal. He's a personal friend, huh?
He demonstrated to us that he's one of us.
I saw a tape, sir, coming out of Central Kingston last night. I think they have removed it for some reason, where little girls, were almost fainting.
Whoa.
Yes, sir. I think maybe they took it down because it was just too emotional. The little girls were saying, they were screaming, Andrew, and listen to me. These are children calling the Prime Minister Andrew.
Yes.
Imagine that. Did you know, sir, and listeners, that when you introduce yourself, you are not to introduce yourself as Mr. Smith or Mrs. Brown. You don't add a title to your introduction. So if your name is Dwayne Smith,
right,
and somebody asks you your name, don't say Mr. Smith. Say my name is Dwayne. or my name is Dwayne Smith.
Yeah.
The Mr. is not a name, it is a title.
Exactly.
So Prime Minister is not his name, that's a title. That is a title that he gets by virtue of his position. But
Yes.
his name is Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I see Gabriela Marx is making this fundamental mistake. And your young lady Gabriela, she always introduces herself as Senator Gabriela Morris. That's not your
All
name,
right.
Gabriela. Your
Exactly.
name is Gabriela. You're not
Exactly.
on your birth certificate. You don't have senator. You are not born senator. You're a senator by way of a title that has
Right.
been bequeathed to you. Don't use that. Yes, it is other people. A PP, sir.
No, sir. I turn on a pipe, man.
I
I'm
thought
in the kitchen, man.
you had to go some waters, the man.
Yeah, I turn on a pipe. But I'm not staying long, you know.
No, you don't.
When I think I come to one conclusion, I'm not saying that charisma is not important, you know.
Yes.
But to me, those four characters that you describe Mr. Holness as
Oh, you were listening.
they are fundamental to me pertaining to charisma. Charisma. Because you can't full of charisma and have no plan.
Absolutely, sir. And I'm saying that we must go for competence over charisma.
And trust me,
Yes.
I believe if Michael Manley was alive right now, Andrew would be more popular than him.
You see?
I believe so.
He is a very, very well loved Jamaican prime
Hey,
minister.
Mr. Man, and the man just, I don't know. I think that man is God bless you, sir.
Well, yeah, I think that it is the Holness era right now. Is the Holness era virtually unstoppable?
Mr. Man, God
Jamaicans are
bless that
falling
man.
in love with them prime minister. Is them prime
Yes, sir.
minister?
Anyway, sir,
The girls
I
them
really
popular.
enjoy your program. Keep up the good work, man.
Yes. You come
And
from
no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Third
Manchester.
term loaded.
Manchester, you
Third
come
term.
from? Hold on,
Third term.
where you
Sir?
say the third term?
Third term loaded.
Loaded.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
And I'm seeing a fourth term too.
What you saying to me?
Because if you observe the PNP, they have no leaders,
Oh, look at this.
no succession. Oh, just observe the PNP party, there's no succession.
Uh-huh.
Just
Well,
observe it.
sir, we shall see.
Just observe it.
You think the prime minister is going to call the election on Sunday?
I kind of feel so. I feel so.
Well, let's see.
I feel so.
And you think him going to win?
I don't think so. I know that, man.
You know, okay. Well,
I know that.
I know not knock.
I go.
That's something we come.
Anyway, I enjoy your program and keep up the great work, man.
Kiss your wife. Good night for me.
Oh,
Yeah?
thank you to say that to me, sir.
Yes, sir. She's there with
Bless
you.
you. Well, she's in the bathroom.
Oh, getting ready for you.
You got it all right, sir.
All right, boy.
Bless you. Bless you, sir.
Bless you too. Boy,
All right,
what a
bye.
fantastic
Okay.
Friday night
Yeah,
you're going to
yes,
have.
sir.
Oh boy, I wish. Oh, look at that. Look at me sit down here, so I waste time, and this man having girl having a shower, getting ready for what is wrong with me? I need somebody to do that for. I need Britney Spears. Say it, boy. Oh, I tell you. Not going for me at all. Oh boy, I tell you. I come into Ocean short next. Violet, are you there? Are you there, Violet? Violet, are you there? Violet? No, Violet is not there. Nika love, hi. Nika, how you doing? Hello?
Cancel me, cancel.
Hello? Hello? Hello, ma'am? Uh-oh. She's shy. Are you... Don't close your don't close your microphone. Open it, man. Oh my goodness, she's shy. Is Nika? What's your name? Nika Love? Uh-oh. By the way, Violet, are you there, Violet? No, let's disconnect Violet and Nika, are you there? Just to show you how much I care. By next week Friday, I shall have someone having a shower, getting ready for me. I promise you that. By next week Friday, I'm going to make sure that happens. I'm not coming on the program next week Friday night. At this time, I'll have someone having a shower, getting ready for me. I tell you that. I was born to make someone happy. I was born to make someone happy. O'Shane is coming up soon.
Here in the neighbor. Night, everybody. Night.
Yeah, Tari will be back next week, eh?
Yes, man. You actually seem to be hard at work, man. I can't see him across the platforms anymore.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Great. O'Shane, what's happening, man?
Neighbor, I'm this year, just looking at a lot of the things happening in the height of the election season. Realize that we have gone to another level now, So
yes.
I found myself just listening and just observing. I like to analyze and look at what's happening around me, And based on what I'm seeing, the opposition party is really losing it, They're losing it badly. I think every time they speak, every time they put themselves out there, they put themselves on the back foot. I think what I'm looking at, I think whoever is in charge of their strategy and the communication, they are very poor. Whoever is in charge of ensuring that they're cohesive, who is in charge of selecting what is it that they amplify, that person should lose their job. They're doing a very, very poor job. Because every time that they open their mouth and they come forward, they have to find themselves defending. Meanwhile,
you don't think, O'Shane, that the opposition really has been given a difficult hand to play?
Yes, it is, and that's why they need to be smart.
But I think that when you are facing a popular government, a performing government, a super popular prime minister who seemed to be getting more popular as the days goes by. When you have O'Shane, a booklet with over 250 accomplishments, a well-resourced government, crime down, unemployment down, poverty cut in half, you're really up against it.
I believe the handle that they should have taken, because that is hard to fight, and I believe the handle that they should have taken is to show a new vision, give people something to hope for that is greater than what they're experiencing.
What exactly is that? Because I think voter sentiments are with the government.
Yeah, it is, and you can see it's strong.
And when voter sentiments are with the government, nobody listening to you.
Worse if you're becoming very pessimistic, because their message, you listen to the opposition's leader's message over the holiday. I don't remember if it was the independence or emancipation message, where what he was talking about was all negative things that he's conjuring up, because none of the negative things he's talking about can be factually proven.
So I don't really listen to Mark Golding. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't really listen to Mark Golding, and I'll tell you why. Should I tell you why? No.
Yeah, man, I want to know. I want to know.
No. I don't want to put it over.
For me, you know, I try to listen to hear if he's coming with a new message because
let me tell you something. When a man speaks to you,
So we're going to Luke 23, verse 1.
do not listen to the man's words only. Listen to his heart.
He said, we found this all perverting the nation.
Words, you see, sir,
Caesar
are instruments of the being,
right.
which is why TJ gave a good piece of advice that you are to think before you talk.
Right.
Look at Mark Golding when he speaks. Mark Golding looks like a man that is angry.
So they had to bring another charge against Jesus.
Well,
No, that's true. But one other thing I do pick up from him when he speaks is that you cannot get a sense of genuineness from his speech. There's no you can't when he speaks you don't get the impetus to trust him. There's nothing driving you to trust him. You're questioning him. You understand? And that's a troubling thing. If every time you speak, I have to be questioning what you're saying.
yeah. Mark Golding put out a statement today.
That he was going to start
And if you listen to it, you realize where Mark Golding's problem is. I wonder if I could have find it to play. Maybe it's going to take me a little time. Mark Golding addresses the Jamaican people, then he addresses the comrades.
Comrades. Right. I heard it.
No, there's a problem there, you know, because are comrades not Jamaicans?
Now, if Pilate said,
Yeah.
Are comrades not Jamaicans? So if you are addressing Jamaicans, why do you need to specify the comrades? Mr. Golding, you see, has not built a relationship with Jamaicans. He has built a relationship with the comrades.
this is what it is.
He's not, and if he's going to be prime minister, I'm going to tell you this, he will have big problems.
He knew that he belonged to Herod's jurisdiction. Said,
He would have big problems leading this country.
So Pilate,
And I think very, very much so. Very much so. He is and I can't say any way, I can't see any path for victory for them.
Well, you know, there is an election, and I'm only saying to him that he has not built, like what has Golding done to reach out to you O'Shane? As a
Nothing.
Jamaican?
Nothing.
Huh?
Absolutely nothing.
What have you heard from him that you could say, yeah, you know, the brother here is talking to me?
Nothing. And I'm gonna share with you why.
Dr. Campbell said something, and Jamaicans mustn't be. Dr. Campbell said something. Maybe I have it. I could cue it up and play it. That the comrades are gonna take back Jamaica. Jamaica now belongs to them. They're gonna take it back.
Okay.
What does Dr. Campbell mean that the PNP is gonna take back Jamaica? From who? Who Jamaica belongs?
That you say that's a
who Jamaica belongs to? Who Jamaica belongs to?
Jamaica belongs to Jamaicans.
To the people of Jamaica, sir.
The people, all the people. But they're separating the people, and that's what that's what they have been doing at all times.
Yes, sir, because there is this sense, you see, that the People's National Party is Jamaica's party. Yes, that they are entitled to rule. The PNP don't like opposition, you know, sir. They feel that they are the natural government of Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that the Jamaica Labour Party, they are to be relegated to you know how we burn the PNP to them in opposition, sir?
No, man, you can see it. You hear it.
Them, and I tell you something, they are wetting their pants, you know, thinking that they probably will be in opposition for another 5 years. It's a tormenting prospect, you know.
I heard somebody said something the other day, neighbor. I think I was listening to the radio. I don't know if it is George or whatever. And he says what he was saying is that what they're worried about is that after this election, a lot of careers will end. And that is the problem. This election is going to end a lot of careers, both politically and outside of the politics.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you how I see this election. There are several dynamics at play. One is that the opposition People's National Party seem to be focused singularly on comrades, not on URI, the middle, the uncommitted. They want their people to come out and vote. They want it to be an election of diehards. The Labour Party is focused on the country. The country. If you listen to Mr. Holness, he's not speaking to labor rights. You know, I don't want to go into a long, thing on this. You see what I'm saying to you? It is Jamaica, it is the uncommitted. Those people who are neither JLP or PNP. That's where the election is in Jamaica today. That is where the election is going to be won.
And if that's the case, neighbor, I heard somebody before predicting a massive beating for the opposition. And if that's the case, I can see that the Jamaica Labour Party will win by a landslide. I'll see it.
Well, I hear somebody, I just glimpsed somebody talk about, listen, I've done this several times, talk about bias. But what is bias? You know what is bias, sir? The same thing people talk about balance. I'm suggesting an opinion. I think that the opposition is largely focused or too focused on its
space. Yeah, and but that's evident. You don't need.
Yes, sir. And they have not looked beyond the comrades. And I hear the leader today in that press statement speaking to Jamaicans, and he couldn't resist talking to the comrades. If you are talking to Jamaicans, just say, my fellow Jamaicans, I am here to address you on a matter. The Jamaicans are both, so you're not talking to labor rights, Mr. Golden. You have to be inclusive as a leader.
Yes. Sir, neighbor, I hear a lot of persons saying I'm not political, but and then they go on to credit the government. I also hear persons who are not Jamaicans in all of this, I'm also hearing persons who are not Jamaican, who are from other country, promoting the Prime Minister. And I'm saying it is because when he speaks, he reaches a wider audience.
Let me tell my comrade friend this. When Golden won, is 2007? Golden won? Is 2007 or 2? Not sure.
It was Golden. No, man, it was 2000. I think it was 2001, right after the 2020 election. They went into a leadership race right after. I think it was 2021.
No, I'm talking about the Bruce Golden. I'm talking about.
Bruce Golden. 2007.
Yeah. When Golden won the election in 2007, it was after 18 and a half years of PNP ruling Jamaica. The political dynamics shifted from that time. The scales were balanced. And none of the parties, I believe, at this time, can boast a larger political base than the other. Where I think the Labour Party has been smart is that its policies have been designed to affect the broad demographic or all the demographics. In other words, their policies have been quite non-partisan. And in that regard, it gets them political support without them even having to ask for it.
That's true.
This is what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah.
So people now are going to be inclined to support the party because they have benefited personally from policies that the party would have instituted.
To show off in will be folded away
I
in
think
memory.
it is I would say genius in how they have conducted their strategy, the Jamaica Labour Party. They have really taken away all the campaign and talking points from the opposition, and they now find themselves have to be relying on propagandas, misinformation, and just trying to twist and turn. They don't know where to turn. When I know that they were in, what I always knew they were in big problem, but what cemented it for me was last week when I saw Damien Crawford actually did what he said and stand up in half a tree to wipe a glass. I said, okay, they have completely lost the plot now. This is where I think that is where, to me, they would have the greatest signal that they realize that they have lost. That's where they accept that they have lost. To me,
I have highlighted on this program earlier that a 45% reduction in crime should win any election in Jamaica. I'm telling you that. A 45% reduction in crime should win the election, sir. That's nearly 300 Jamaicans whose lives have been spared. That's 300 less tombs. That's 300 less people who are mourning in this country. A 45% reduction in crime should win you the election. I don't know why there's still an argument.
I am flabbergasted as well. Why are
and
we
I spent an hour and a half explaining the multiplier effect because I do not think Jamaicans understand, sir. I told them earlier, 30,000 persons were unalived in Jamaica in 20 years. 30,000. That does not include those who were unalived by the police, sir. If we had continued on that same rate, sir, every striking one of us would have dead. Would have been unalived.
Wow.
And I believe 30,000, sir. Now think of the National Stadium full of people. Think of that imagery.
That's
and I know that, sir. I used to, people don't know that. I used to work in a community, in Jamaica. And I used to bury people, sir. I used to bury people, every week. One time I started smell like dead. The amount of bodies I had to take up to the cemeteries. I'm telling you, sir. Okay? We were the murder capital of the world.
Yeah, I remember that.
One year we unalived 1,700.
I remember that, man.
No, you think about the multiplier effect of that and ask yourself why were young men in Jamaica turning to crime as an option? It is because of a lack of economic opportunities.
Yeah, they had no hope.
Yes,
they had no hope.
And I challenge you to go down to the Bellevue Hospital tonight and ask them if they don't have less people checking into Bellevue, because the stress has been lifted off the nation. It's like a curse. Thank God for the church, because the church has done tremendous job in praying. There was a curse on Jamaica. Right? And therefore, sir, Mr. Hugh Richards, you think one Jamaican life is worth winning an election, sir? You think one Jamaican life is worth winning an election? Are you telling me, Mr. Blair?
Wow, you see the response? You see the response, neighbor?
That what I'm saying is not true?
No. You asked a question and he responded yes. You asked a question and he responded yes. So you can understand where their minds are
Yeah, and the reason why I'm not endorsing the Labour Party. I'm not endorsing no political party in Jamaica, sir.
No,
But I am telling you, O'Shane, that Dr. Holness and Dr. Chang, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the church, I lift my hat to them, sir.
and all credit should be
I lift my
given.
hat to them. Yes, sir, because
All credit
they
should
have
be
done a
given.
very good job in fighting this monster, and it wasn't easy, O'Shane.
I lived
You
it. I
remember when we
lived
had
it.
to be institute every Sunday morning? The prime minister had to be called in state of emergency, sir. I saw him
Yeah,
crying in Portmore,
I,
Honest, sir.
neighbor, when
He
we
can't
got
sleep. He can't sleep at night time. He can't sleep at night time, sir.
when we got to this point when we were calling state of emergency, I loved it, and I'm gonna tell you why. When I was a teenager, I grew up in the garrison, or I grew up in Waterhouse, to be specific. And my mother moved out because her desire was for me to not get entangled in that type of behavior. So she moved out of the garrison so that I could not be surrounded by that. You understand? And the reason being, when I was there, the reality is they really had no hope. They didn't see life beyond their community.
My brother, I will tell you a personal story. A young man came to me one day. He was about 13 years old and said to me, begged me to take him in, because where he lived, every night he had to come out of his house. They would put guns in his hand and push him through windows. And he said, "Sir, if you don't take me, I'm going to die." And I said, I can't take you like this, you I can't. He said, "May I tell you, sir, if you don't take me, I am going to die." And his mother called me and said, "Ma, beg me, keep him for me, because the boy I go dead." Eh? And I can tell you of stories, sir. But I will in another week or so.
Yeah, neighbor, and that is why
Richard, go get your own forecasting.
and that is why for me, I am excited at the direction we are going now as a country, because my memory of what we were like, I don't want us to go anywhere near that. There's a things that they would have only heard about. You dream it, you saw it on cable TV, and you wished it, and you wanted to go to America so that you could achieve it. You no longer to our nation. And I believe that the people that are responsible for restoring this level of hope to our nation deserve to continue to do it, because I don't believe the work is finished yet. We have just started a fantastic journey, and we have a nation of people who believe that, and both inside and outside the country now, who believe that we can be more. And that's a great thing for our nation, for us to have a belief in ourselves. I believe that this independence finish was one of the most exciting one for the people of Jamaica, because this was one whereby they believe that the country is heading in the right direction. They were excited for their country. Everybody was happy that they're Jamaican. And it's something you see around independence weekends all the while. But I sense that this year it was a bit different, because persons believed that the country was heading in the best possible direction it could. And people are just excited about their
Thank you so much,
country now.
O'Shane.
Yeah, man. So all the best.
I hear somebody saying that it's the first independence that they feel independent.
Yes, it
The
is.
first independence that they
It
feel
is.
independent. Imagine that.
It
All the
is.
others All the others were celebrating nothing. This year there was something to celebrate, eh?
There is something to celebrate. And I
Fantastic.
will say, the person said it and I'll say it now. The third term is already loaded. And
Uh-oh.
we're looking for more.
I hear you, sir. All right.
And all the best.
Fantastic. Guru, your time. Hello, HR.
Good evening, neighbor. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Go ahead, sir.
Long time, neighbor. Long time.
Yes, yes. Boy, it's been like that.
Well, I'm listening to the conversation, neighbor.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, no?
Oh, I thought you had questions for me. Okay, I thought you had questions for me. Well, we have a meeting coming up, neighbor, in Halfway Tree this Sunday. I can't say with much certainty if the Prime Minister will call the date on that on Sunday. Although I hope he will. I hope he will. But
You want the election to be announced on Sunday? Eh?
well, the Prime Minister must call it now. At one point, someday he must call it. He must call it someday.
Yes.
Whether he call it Sunday or he call it a day after Sunday, the election has to come. But
Yes.
I'm not one of those labor rights neighbor who is calling or egging for election because I know the date has to come.
Sorry. Did you say you're a labor right, sir?
Staunch labor rights, sir.
Is that so? I never knew that.
But neighbor, I told
thought
you
you
several
were-
times on the program.
No, well, you know.
Several times.
So you are when you say you're a labor right, you mean you're a card carrying member or you're a supporter?
Card carrying member of the Labour Party.
You're a member of the party.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Are you planning to go into representational politics at any time?
I don't see that. Not, if I'm supposed to produce an answer to that question, I don't see it right now. We don't know what the future holds, but I don't see representation politics in the stars for me right now.
Okay, so why did you join the party? Why did you become a member? And because there are many people online here who are mere supporters. What is the difference?
Well, I decided to join the Labour Party, become a member of the Labour Party, neighbor, because I was once a part of its youth arm, both Young Jamaica and G2K. So it was some years ago. I decided to take that step to, make it formal, make it official, to become a part of the organization, and I did that.
So what is the difference between a member? Are there privileges that you enjoy? What is it?
You get this. I would say this, neighbor. You get insider party, insider information to party discussions. But I wouldn't say there's a difference between the card carrying member, the card carrying labor right, and the supporter. There's no difference. The fact is, the only difference is you have membership. You have what is called a membership. You're a member, but there's no difference between a supporter of the Labour Party. Well, in my mind at least, there's no difference between a supporter of the party and a member. The only difference I would say, if I can call it a difference, is that a member has access to party information.
Okay. Well,
officers of the party.
Okay. As a member of the Jamaica Labour Party, Mr. Guru, how proud are you of the party's period in government? Would you say they have done well?
They have done extremely well, neighbor. In comparison to administrations before the current administration, they have done extremely well. There's no doubt in my mind about that. Absolutely no doubt. Because when the Prime Minister and party leaders stand on any platform and say that his government is the most successful government in comparison to his predecessors, there is no one anywhere that can contradict him. None, at least credibly. There's no one that can contradict him and do so credibly. Because that's just the fact, neighbor, that this current Labour Party administration is the most consequential government we have had in our history. That's just a fact.
Okay, and then HR, there is an election, and the People's National Party is challenging the government for state power. They are saying to Jamaicans, no, the government has not done well. Vote them out and put us in. Do you think the PNP is making a credible argument for that?
No, sir. And
No?
there's no competent argument that anyone can make for time come. There's no competent or credible argument for time come. Not when you have a government like this. That is not just going to the electorate to say, vote for us for the sake of state power. The government of the day is campaigning on elections, on achievement, sorry. It is saying, in 2016, we asked you to go to the polls. You voted us into office. You gave us 2 mandates, yes? 2016 and 2020. And now we are presenting you with our scorecard. This is what we have achieved in your name. And so we are asking you for a 3rd term. So the government is not being careless in coming to the electorate and say, just vote for us for the state of returning us back to power. The government is campaigning on achievements because, as I said to your neighbor in several occasions before, this government has taught us Jamaicans what governments are supposed to do when we go to the polls and elect them.
Right, and there is relevance among the People's National Party, though HR, you put before us this elegant, potpourri of achievement, but then a lot of Jamaicans, HR, will not support the party. Why?
And I don't see that as a major problem. And let me tell you why. That is to be expected. That is to be expected, neighbor. In a 2-party system where the politics is diametrically opposed, where the politics is polarized.
Close HR. There are those who are saying that the election is competitive. Why?
It is. Because such is a system that we exist in, neighbor. Such is a system that we exist in. We have
but HR, 47% reduction in crime. That puts you 10 points ahead. Unemployment cut in 3.5%. Poverty cut in half. Record infrastructure investments. Record social programs. No new taxes in 8 years. What's happening?
You see, do we have a politically savvy electorate? I would say no. In the same way, you can sit there, neighbor, and itemize those achievements. And if given the opportunity, you can debate them. You can reiterate them. A lot of Jamaicans don't look at issues. They don't vote on issues. They don't examine issues. They don't examine political party based on achievements.
Right.
And as you rightly said, neighbor, the opposition is campaigning only to its base. Its message is not appealing to persons who purportedly are sitting on the fence.
Sadly.
The PNP only appeals to comrades.
Yes. May I ask you for an unbiased view, though? Having listened to the People's National Party, you have declared yourself a member of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Yes,
so we expect who you will vote for. But have you heard from the PNP any ideas that you'd adopt, recommend to your party?
You asked me for an unbiased view. But you know where my biases are already, neighbor. But I'll answer truthfully.
Yes.
That's a resounding no.
No?
That's a resounding no. Because whatever
you
policies
you haven't heard a thing coming from them that
I would adopt or recommend to the Labour Party?
Yes.
None.
Okay.
None.
Is there any of their ministers, any of their shadow spokesperson that you admire, that when they talk you listen? Any of them? Crawford?
Absolutely not. And let me tell you why, neighbor. The People's National Party as a movement, as a political organization, does not appeal to me.
Well, I understand
when
that because you have
when I
joined
made the
them.
choice, when I made the conscious choice to choose a political party, neighbor, it was I chose only once, and it was the Labour Party. I've never flirted with the People's National Party, never, and I have no inkling to.
But why is that?
Because the party's message, its philosophy, its history doesn't appeal to me. It's not something that I can identify with.
Dayton Campbell, sir?
No, sir.
Wow.
Damian Crawford, no. No member of the shadow cabinet appeals to me. None. And as somebody who knows the history of the People's National Party, I know a little about the political history in Jamaica. None. None of them.
Then what would you say, therefore, my dear brother, is the major difference between your party and that of the opposition? What is the difference?
The difference is the history of the Labour Party. That's one. For a starter, the history of the Labour Party, and two, the performance of the Labour Party in government.
The performance in government.
Right. Well, by performance,
not only the last 9 years.
No.
You are saying that in previous Labour Party government,
overall, yes, sir. Overall,
they would have
the Labour
performed
Party.
well?
If I'm supposed to list two things, the history of the Labour Party and its performance in government.
Yes. Oh, well, those are two very good things. So what is the expected results of the election coming up for you, HR? How do you see it going at this point?
I expect a victory for the Labour Party.
Expect a victory.
Right, I expect a victory. As I told the previous neighbor, I'm not a man for forecasting or to call seats, but I expect a victory for the Labour Party nonetheless. We may lose some seats, but I don't see a loss in the cards at all.
Yes. More significant achievements for you, though. What makes you just very proud to say you're a Labourite these days, HR? What has the party achieved for you personally that makes you say, oh, my party is doing well?
I have several reasons to be proud of the Labour Party and to be a proud Labourite today, neighbour. Just to list one major achievement, and while I may not benefit personally, but I still think it's major based on its impact. So we have this very nasty rhetoric that persons like to use and demonize the Labour Party to say, oh, it's for the rich. When we know that's complete rubbish. When the Prime Minister announced the Hope Trust Fund, Trust Fund in Parliament, that's a first in Jamaica. And the impact of that program, neighbor, is to will minimize the gap between the rich and poor in this country. Now, when you have wards of the state and persons on path, who, when they get to the children, when they get to age 18, there's a trust fund there. Yes, there's a trust fund there that they can access to either start a business, go to school, I don't know. But the trust fund is there. You don't have to start from square one. Yes? That is major in my book, neighbor. And I think it's one that ought to be commended. We don't speak about it enough, but it's an initiative that must be commended right across the board. The impact is great.
Well, fantastic. Stay on the line. Coach D? Coach D? No, I don't think he's there. Let me see if anybody else wants to come up. Aston? Coach D? He's off. Aston? Hello, Aston? No? Not there. All right. There are so many people online here. I'm not seeing them coming up in the box. We have HR with us. We know he was a member. Good night, sir. Hello? Hello? My goodness, listeners, if you see the line, and I don't know why the people are not recognizing that they're evening in the Aston? Hello, sir? No? What about Yvette? Yvette? No? Yvette is not there either. Good night, Yvette.
Good night.
How you doing?
Good night, neighbor.
HR is with you. Go ahead.
I'm here listening to you and fall asleep. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
I was here listening all along, but I'm good.
Yeah? What you want to say? Nothing?
So, I'll catch you another time.
Okay, bye-bye.
I'll catch you another time.
Come on, bye-bye. Aston, are you there? Not there either. She says she's listening to us and fell asleep. Wow, we're boring. With listeners are falling asleep on us. Well, we're soon gone. Charnette? 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 Okay, she's not there either. So HR?
Go ahead, Deborah.
It's all system goes after Sunday. You're going to be halfway through, sir?
Absolutely. Can't miss it.
In the freezer?
You will be there.
I'll be there, neighbor.
Oh my goodness. Charnette? No, Charnette is not here. Disconnection failed. Let's disconnect that. All right. Listeners, what a busy Friday night. Donette Edwards, the line is long, but the people are not coming up. Donette?
Shower liver. Yeah?
Hey?
Shower
Hi,
liver.
how you doing?
Good.
No, you yourself. Good night.
Good night.
Where in Jamaica are you?
I'm not in Jamaica at the moment.
Okay. What you saying?
I said third term.
Is it third term?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh. Why?
We can't lose. You don't see what Andrew doing for Jamaica?
Uh-huh. What is he doing?
A lot of stuff he's doing for Jamaica. We cannot lose.
Are you gonna come home?
Yes.
Okay. You just wait for the date.
Waiting for the date.
And then you will be on the
What's going on Sunday?
Huh? All right. My listeners, the clock is about to strike 9. My time. So sorry. I can't go no more. But I know that you're going to be joining me tomorrow. I think we'll have Mr. Dovney on at 10:30 tomorrow. I'm going to continue this discussion on the impact of crime on our economy. Apostle, good night.
Good evening, neighbor.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
See, you're ready to go to bed.
Well, it's a Friday night, and I must. This is my second shift. I was on early.
Okay. Well, that's reasonable enough.
Yes. Yes. I know that people, but I have to go.
We understand. We know that you're a hardworking man, so when it's time to close, we can also agree with that.
Yes. So until tomorrow, listeners, tomorrow I'll be back. I still have some unfinished business, but my time has run. All right. Okay then. HR.
Okay, bless you.
HR.
I'm here.
Take care of yourself. You hear, sir?
All right, take care, neighbor.
Bye bye. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. You hear? Thank you everybody. Thank you for those who sent a gift. All your best wishes.
Thank you too.
You know I couldn't do this without you, so without you I couldn't be here. Okay. It's Shorty. All right. So nice. Thank you. So sad to have to go. I'm so sad. I'm so sad to have to leave you all so early, but I'll catch you.
Christopherson
Bye-bye, everybody.
wrote this one. You probably know it, but we gave it another try. Here we go. Why, Lord, what have I ever done to deserve even of the pleasure I've known? Tell me, Lord, what did I ever do that was worth loving you, or the kindness you
Neighbor! Me and my neighbor, man, thanks for labor. Good night, my good friend. Good night, my good friend. Good night, neighbor. Good night. Good night, Jamaican.
Yeah, man, go on.
Well, go on, man. Me there, me a chill on it, man. Me a try chill on it, man.
Uh-huh.
It's a blessing to come to Jamaica, neighbor.
You're in
Neighbor?
Jamaica?
Yes. I went to Christiana and tell you the truth. PMP have no chance in Manchester.
Uh-huh.
I went to Mandeville and it's the same thing. That's why you see them and try to fight against Andrew Holness when he want to call his rally. They want to call our next rally because they know they're not gonna win. They want to cause problem. The PMP them is problem, neighbor.
Yes, sir.
The PMP them is a traitor to Jamaica. They are traitors to Jamaica, and they are a big problem. And I urge the Jamaican people them. Do not trust Pinsac Bass. Pinsac Bass is no good for Jamaica. So I want to say to you, Mr. Neighbor, I want to say to you, with all respect, man, I love what you're doing from the start. I ever watch you, I ever come in your life, and I ever hear you. You are the next Monty Perkins in Jamaica.
Yes.
I tell you that over and over. You know why I tell you that over and over?
Uh-huh.
Because I want to see you in that position.
Uh-oh. Well, sir.
I want to see you in that position, Mr. Neighbor.
What you saying to me?
Yes, sir. Because you are the next Monty Perkins in the country.
My goodness. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So, when you are going to look for me?
Yeah, look at him. I'm gonna be here Sunday to go to that rally.
Yes.
So you have to call link you, man. Trust me, you have to call link you.
Yes.
Mm.
You better do that.
Yeah, man. Because look at him. Me tell everybody on the lights and me before me come here. And when me come here, me I gonna tell Mr. Andrew to call it. I'm gonna tell Mr. Andrew say Sunday is the right time.
Okay. And you come now, go and tell him when to call.
Yes.
All right. Big up.
I go on Squitty live.
Yes.
Until Squitty says Squitty, watch it. So better when me go down, Andrew gonna call election. And Squitty say you're not so powerful.
Yes.
But look here, and I'm powerful, no neighbor.
Eh?
Are the same men and women.
And I'm powerful, you know, and God powerful.
That's right.
God work within me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But trust me, neighbor, the amount of building when we see a man to go be a put up, man to go be gonna be one country to his own self.
That's right.
Eh? Where so much people gonna come from to employ in all of those buildings that me say I put up. I tell my friend, you know, when I'm coming up, I tell my friend, say, look here, you know, give Andrew the next 5 years. Jamaica gonna be the next Singapore. Yes, sir. I tell everybody on this live tonight, give Andrew the next 5 years. Jamaica gonna be a next Singapore. Crime free, economy booming, and people have jobs. Give Mr. Andrew Holness the next 5 years. You will see Jamaica like you never see it before. It's gonna be expensive too. Me not lie to you. It's gonna be expensive, but it's for the good of the people. Them.
Right-hand side, 45.
Oh gosh. So you believe me, neighbor, right?
I think so. You're right.
Yes, it's gonna be expensive, but it's for the good of the country and the people who live in the country.
Yes, sir.
Because nowhere good, never cheap.
Me have a little thing to take care of here, sir.
Yeah man, enough respect and love, man. Enough respect and love, my brother.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, guys. Take care of yourselves. Yeah. Bye-bye.
From the moment that I wake till I live.